Hello, beautiful Leos. Welcome. I'm Shivani, and I'm so happy to have you here. Happy birthday! It's your season up next, and this is your mid July reading. So take it as you will from July, August, and most of the stuff that I'm talking about right now anyway resonates with not just this month but actually the times that we are coming towards. So anyway, energy is timeless, like whenever you arrive here, these messages are for you. So it's all cool whenever you're watching it, okay? So you're like more introverted right now, and probably at a time when you've even forgotten that your birthday is coming up until probably I said happy birthday. Um, you're probably snuggling in, hermiting, and you're like, I'm just so happy by myself. I cannot even think of a happy birthday party right now. Like, doesn't make sense. And it actually does make sense because the sun is in Cancer. It's in your 12th house. We are having a new moon in Cancer, which is again in your 12th house, and both of this is happening. So the new moon, we have this upcoming new moon on 17 July. Okay, so this Cancer season has really got you the lessons that you needed to learn about nourishing yourself, about taking care of prioritizing your me time, and for some of you also your relationship with God, with spirituality, with higher consciousness, whatever you may believe in. But it has been a very private time. I feel Cancer season has been teaching you the art of nourishment, and specifically your soul nourishment. Okay, we're not even talking about body, mind. Yes, that may have been there, but we're mostly talking about the soul nourishment. What does your soul need? That's been the conversation, and I feel like with this new moon in Cancer that's coming on 17th, you are like at this point going to be very super clear on what does my soul really need, what do I really want. I feel there's going to be a clarification. However, before that, we had the full moon in Capricorn, which happened on 3rd July. It was happened in your 6th house. So definitely, as I said, it could be soul, but it was also like, I feel like you were really questioning your everyday life. You were questioning your routines. You were questioning your jobs. You were really in a space where you were releasing a lot of stuff and really looking at things very practically, right? When it comes to what you do. Uh, Capricorn is a very practical sign, so this full moon really kind of like showed you that this is what matters. This is what really matters. This is what doesn't matter. This is what we need to move the needle. This is what, please, you're wasting your time on it. Okay? I do feel that with this Cancer season, which is mid June to mid July, after which we will start with your Leo season, you have been ending cycles, you've been ending chapters, you have been wrapping up the way you come across to people, in the sense that it's shifting, because now as your season comes, now as your birthday season comes, and now we have so many planets. We have a very activating energy in the Leo right now. We had this Mars, the Venus, both of them were in Leo, and now Mars has moved into Virgo, but Leo still has Mercury and Venus will go retrograde in Leo on 22nd July. Basically, you're at the forefront in the sense right now. People are curious about what's going on with you, and you are very curious about how do I want to express myself. Yes, you are learning how to express yourself. Yes, you are learning how do I want to come across in the world, because the old way is just like, I don't kind of like it. I'm not like resonant with it. It's like kind of like a passe. It's gone. It's like an image of rebranding. It's kind of an image of makeover. When your birthday season comes, when the sun shifts to the first house for you, you will feel like a new person. You will feel like all this healing and all these lessons are leading me somewhere. They have led me somewhere for so far. As of now, I don't think you can really quite see what's happening behind the surface. I don't think you can quite see uh, the potency of what you're experiencing right now. I also feel like the Venus here in your first house has and will continue to remind you of your worth. Um, do you see yourself worthy of the things that you want people to see you worthy of? I feel like sometimes Leo knows so much about themselves, and then sometimes they just refuse to accept that they are fucking powerful. Yeah. And this is kind of like the time when you're just not seeing the opportunities which are coming up, which is fine. Okay, you're not even being like forced, but there needs to be some things which needs to be looked at. Okay, if I look at your astrology on 17 July, right a few hours later than the new moon, we will have the lunar nose shifting, which means that the theme for the next 1.5 year is now being decided. We are moving out of the Taurus Scorpio axis to the Aries Libra axis. So for Taurus Scorpio, the theme for the last 1.5 years for you has been centered very much around your career, centered very much around releasing the grasp of your parental house, your parents, your childhood, your past. It's been like understanding and seeing and being recognized by others on a level which makes you recognize yourself as an individual, not just as someone's daughter, not just as someone's partner, not just as someone's mom or father, whatever genders you might resonate, but was a sense of individuality that you were being pulled towards. So right now, if things don't feel very nice or or they feel a little uncomfortable for you, know that you are pulling out the threads for the last these activations that have had you so far, and really completing that cycle which got you to never be in your full expression. Like, we all are subjected to society, to control, to family rules and regulations, to just the way we've been brought up, and to the way that we think that we would. I mean, at the core, we all want to be loved and accepted by our families, right? Especially when we were growing up, especially as children. And so we don't even realize how much and how far do we go in making sure that we are accepted as just who we are, in making sure that we are loved as who we are, in making sure that I hope I always keep on belonging here, because let's accept it, Leos love family. Leos love families, okay? And you want to be belonged, and you want to kind of like connect to that part of you always, right? But at the same time, I don't think at the cost of your own self or your own self-expression. So I feel like the last 1.5 years, it's probably hitting you hard now that you have actually been reclaiming your power. You've actually been reclaiming your sense of self. I do feel it's quite heavy. It's not one of the most easiest or sweetest realizations. It's something which gets really sticky, vulnerable, uncomfortable, probably exposes a few of your wounds, trauma, and also some of your shadows. But I feel like these shadows are really showing you, beneath all of it, what is really blocking the dream that you aspire for, probably the future family that you aspire for, probably the happily ever after, or probably, yeah, what you really aspire for when it comes to family, for sure. When Aries Libra change their axis, like when lunar nodes change their axis from Taurus Scorpio to Aries Libra, a new theme will unfold. Okay, and this new theme is going to be for you centered around your 9th house and your 3rd house. That means that you will learn how to get uncomfortable, how to get out of the community that you're so used to, how to get out of the comfort zone. So yes, first it was family, now it's the community, now it's the society, now it's the friends you've grown up with, now it's the people you've surrounded with. And to really widen your horizons, to see life is new, to see the world. Probably you might travel more during this time, in the next 1.5 months. Probably you might take up a new course, you might have a change in the way you believe in God, the way you connect with spirituality. And you will be called and pulled towards exploring this archetype within you, who is deeply philosophical, who is a teacher, who is a guide, who respects its own expression in order to show other people the path. If you know what I mean. Instead of being somebody who sacrifices themselves, their interests, their passions, their expression, their, that curiosity to learn more, to grow more, so that they can fit in, so that they can belong, so that they can be loved, they can please. I feel like the time is kind of like getting over, and if you are still in that space where you find yourself still succumbing to that, the next 1.5 years are going to change that for you. You are going to be pulled towards being more fearless, being more concerned about what's true for you, being more concerned about listening to your intuition. Because I feel you've spent a lot of time not listening to your intuition, because yes, as it can happen, Leos can sometimes get lost in the glitz and the glam of the world. They can sometimes be enchanted by what's happening outside, so that they ignore the pain that they have been burying inside and within them. I feel like this last full moon, or these last few couple moons, I feel maybe you have been walking away from few things, and maybe in the future you might be asked to walk away from certain more things. Now I'm not even shuffling the cards, and they're just like coming up. But I feel like that's how the story is gonna unfold for you, like without you even like doing something. Okay, it's like a lot of stuff is going to be revealed to you. Probably some people who have been not very kind to you, probably some people whose real motives or whose real intentions are being revealed to you. You will see it all, and it'll hurt you, it'll pinch you, it'll probably make you question love, but I feel you'll get over it. By the time your birthday comes, there will be a new beginning, especially by the time new moon and Leo comes. So another month, I feel. You will be not just rebranded, but you will actually see what more do you have to give, what more do you have to share, what more do, like I feel in terms of money as well. Okay, there is going to be a solid new offer or beginning for you to start just right fresh. On 22nd July, Venus goes retrograde, but I feel like, again, that's a part of the process of undoing, clearing, unhinging from these shackles of the past that you've been holding on to for so long. So yes, you will revisit the relationships, you will revisit the breakups, you will revisit the hurt. Painful for sure, especially when the world is looking at you, especially when the world can see that you're going through it. I can just feel it. But I feel like, as I said, you're not doing it just for yourself. I mean, you are doing it for yourself for sure, but you have no idea the ripple effect that this sense of reclamation, if I could title this video one thing, it'll be self-reclamation, reclaiming your own self. Later on 23rd July, when Chiron goes retrograde, it's like the beginning of the clearing process to make way for this new theme, this new chapter, which begins on 17th July. So obviously, when we are, the North Node is the one which pulls us towards a destiny. So now your North Node is towards ninth house. So Chiron is also in Aries, and so it is going to unearth the wounds which keep you limited, which keep you restricted, which keep you stay in the same house for like years and years, which keep you in the same group of friends, with the same group of friends, or believing in the same ideologies, or following the same path for years and years and years. It's going to challenge that, because it's going to show you that what exactly holds you back. Why are you so afraid to see the world? Why are you so afraid to open yourself up? Aries is the child of the zodiac. So it's very naturally very selfish, very stubborn. It's more than stubborn, it's just very self-centered, because that's just how kids are, okay? They don't care about anything. When a child is born, they want their food, they want their water, they want their milk, they want their mom, they want their dad, and that's it, pretty much. Shelter. They don't care about any other things, because survival is at stake. And so when Chiron goes retrograde, it will expose these tendencies in you, because Leo is also known as the child of the zodiac. Can expose all the places where you might also exhibit a sense of self-entitlement, of like, yeah, I feel like that could be just a little touchy thing for you, which comes up for you as for the rest of the year. But I've been saying this in all videos actually, but yes, Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron is not just your core wound, it's your wounded healer. So when you embrace this part of you, you are unstoppable, Leos. Next 6 months, whatever comes up, it's not to be fixed, it's not to be pushed away, it's just to be integrated. Again, just like your Virgo friends, you are being asked to just stay open. Stay open and explore the world. Look at the world through a new set of eyes. Things are just not the same anymore as they have been all these years. People are just not the same anymore. Just because your old friends, your old family had a certain story, narrative, and relationship with you doesn't mean the rest of the world also does. You gotta see it with your own eyes in these coming months. Don't get distracted, Leos. Don't get distracted. Have your eyes set on exploring. Be open. The worst thing, I mean, of course there'll be a challenge, because that's where your destiny is pulling you towards, so there would be a block, but the best thing you can do is to stay open to like whatever the universe is bringing to you, knowing that it's taking you on a journey, and you gotta enjoy the journey for the sake of the journey itself. Some of you are also inviting in commitment around marriage, but again, not at the cost of sacrificing your self-expression, but actually owning your expression. So again, honoring yourself, and as you honor yourself, you feel honored in the mirror. You feel honored by another person, and that's like the most satisfying thing, to not just own yourself, but to be owned by the other, to be accepted by the other. That's what collectively we're experiencing, but you guys are really experiencing it. I don't think you should hold back in exploring any new ideas, any new ventures. You should expect your partner to support you. You should expect people who love and understand and see you to understand you, even if they might take some time, they might take some moment. Give them that moment to understand you, to see you, to hear you, and to come to terms with it. But I think they will. But I don't think you're asking for too much. The worst thing that you can do right now is feel scared and hold yourself back and act stingy and holding back your heart. I feel most importantly your heart. Please open yourself to the new experiences that the universe is bringing for you. Trust in it. Go for the experience just for the sake of experience. The universe knows where it's taking you. The North Node, the destiny knows where it's taking you. Take moments of rest, of course, but get out of this stagnation. Like I feel like Leo risings have been specifically. Please just get out of this stagnation. And I know it's gonna like piss you off when I say it, but I think you're so ready for this. I think you're bored at this point, and you want this oozing, delicious energy of love. And this could be like romantic love, this could be non-romantic love, this could be philosophical love, this could be pleasure, this could be God love, but it's just love, right? It's just celebration. It's just, when you're so happy when a Leo is so happy and the whole world shines, that kind of feeling. I don't think at this point you should entertain the pages. I don't think at this point you should entertain anything which feels like it's a distraction, because this is like more important to you. Please go for that creative idea, that creative, juicy, sacred joy, that love which is pulling you in. Go for that. This can wait. This can come later. This can just find you I don't know, like it's not relevant. Pursue this love for life, this love for joy, this love for exploration, this love for self, this love for expression, this love for your creativity. Just look at this image, and if you can, just screenshot it in your mind. This abundance, this bountiness, this is the universe's hand. Can you have faith? When you go on a journey, when you are traveling, I think the person who best travels is not the one who is waiting to reach the destination and then they will start their holiday or their journey. That's a holiday, that's a vacation. But a person who actually travels, the moment they step out of their house, it's begin. The journey is begin. The exploration, the travel, the faith, the enchantment of learning, of growth, of just communicating with the world and with the world within you and the world outside. If it all begins already, this is the energy that you would want to tap into, rather than waiting to arrive at your destination, then unpack your bags and then go to follow a set itinerary and then go and pose in front of some Eiffel Tower. That's not the kind of travel we're talking about here. Yeah. So I really hope that resonates. So if it does resonate, please let me know down below. I love to hear from you. And if you're interested to explore more of my work, to do more of this work, you can check out my services, one-on-one services, as well as my content library, where I make meditations, EFT, workshops, and courses to support you to do the inner work to realign to your dreams. And yes, I have recently started offering customized guidebooks. So if you're interested to understand your birth chart or your human design chart in more details and have a handbook or a guidebook by your side that you can just like pick up and go through whenever you feel lost, or you want to anchor back into your energy, then also the link is down below. Just look at the guidebook, and you'll find it. I'm sending you so much love. I really hope to see you soon. And take care, my loves. A very happy birthday, and I'm celebrating you so big. Please don't forget to celebrate yourself, no matter if anybody else does. We are breaking free this season from the confinements of the world, the society, or anything outside of you. It's all about you. It's always been about the Leos, and it's always forever going to be about you guys. Okay, I'm sending you so much love. Please enjoy and have a bountiful, beautiful, abundant month ahead.